Revs are starting to rise. Race about to get underway. It does so now. Away they go. Pretty even start from the 4 cars in the first 2 rows of the grid. Can Powney make a good start this time? Well, he's up to 2nd place. He has made a good start. He's got ahead of Lucas Batt. Craig Land also trying to forge a way through as well, but it's Martin Shelton that has the lead as they come off Copse Corner. Powney up to 2nd. He's going to challenge Martin Shelton for the lead here into Beckett's corner. No, he decides the better of it. Then it's Batt. Then it's 87, which is Land, who is his rival for the championship. Then it's Ben Dade in 5th. As Powney's Podley is avoided by them all as they head out of Beckett's and along the Wellington Straight for the first time.
That's right, and Powney sort of had a second thought about trying to go for the lead into Beckett's, and then Land immediately filled the gap behind him. And it's anyone's race, and is it Land on the inside? It has the lead, I think it is.
It's Batt, I think,
is it Batt
done
still?
it, yeah. Batt
Land's been hustled back. There's Land in 4th. Shelton is 3rd. Powney now gets the lead coming off Luffield. Shelton goes with him. So there have been 2 or 3 changes in the last couple of 100 yards. This is absolutely brilliant, and it is Powney who leads over the line, but 2 come out like a phalanx of cars across the road. And Powney on the inside, round the outside. Is that Lucas Batt?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, he was leading at the start, the timing line. He's 3rd by Copse Corner, Ben Powney. It's Batt and then Shelton that's got through. Powney trying to forge his way back through on the inside. Craig Land, though, has lost a load of places. He's back in about 8th place or something like that. He was 4th over the line, but he's lost more places to the likes of 25 Bowen and 55 Crawford since then. So this is not going to plan at all for Craig Land. He's got some rebuilding work to do here. He obviously needs to finish ahead of Ben Powney if he's going to win the championship. He was 6 points behind coming into this race. And it's Powney who's got the lead back away from Lucas Batt and Martin Shelton as they arrive at Brooklands Corner this time. And it's West that's in 4th place.
Yeah, that's right. For a moment, Shelton had his nose into 2nd, but it is Batt who's got that place back. Shelton is leading. Oh, bouncing down the grass. A car that was in 5th place there. Didn't pick up the number. It probably was, it actually might have been Land out on the outside. So having a rough ride at the moment, but it's Powney who leads from Lucas Batt. Shelton's 3rd, West, Bowen. Land did drop to 6th, and as a result of that excursion. Yep. But he's not out of it.
He's not out of it, no, but he could do with making sure he sort of latches back onto the leading group, I think, if he's to stand a chance here. At the moment, it's advantage Powney. Up the inside there of Bowen, I think that goes Craig Land. I think he might have got 5th place back here. So Jason Rogers is out in this race. He didn't make race 1, but he is there in the number 79 car, who's in 11th place at the start of this lap. Here is Lucas Batt. Thought about having a look at the inside of Powney into Brooklands Corner that time, but he didn't make it through. West's up to 3rd now ahead of Shelton.
Yeah, West in that car with the mellow yellow logos on it, and Dade leads the next group. Behind Dade is that Bowen and Land. I think it might well be.
So lap 3 being completed now. 1/4 of a second the gap between Powney and Batt. It's Dade with the best lap of the race, a 106.475. Earlier on it was a 106.045 for Martin Shelton as the best lap of the race. New lap record that was. Sat right at the end of the opening contest. Dade has got himself to the front of that group. He's doing battle with Bowen. Land has been shuffled back to 7th place again, so all is not going to plan for Craig Land in this race.
No, and there is Land, though. He made a better exit from the corner, and he's ducked in now behind Bowen, isn't it? He's tucked out now, and he may get a place. He's going to get a place from the 50.
He's gone very wide there, has Land. See him in the next group. It's actually seemed to have worked out for him there. I think he's got up into 6th position, so sometimes a different... No, it's not. In fact, that's the 25 car of Bowen, wasn't it? We've got so many cars with basically grey colours with an orange roll cage. It's quite confusing.
So here's the first 4 then. With Powney just beginning to make a break. There's a dive up the inside by the pit wall, which may have made a place down the order. Certainly up 1 place has come Land since the timing line by the looks of things. Powney, Batt, West, Shelton the top 4. Dade, Bowen, Sibbons now in that group with Land.
Powney's done what he needs to do in this race, which is get his head down and just try and keep out of trouble. He's been leading for a few laps now. He's got half a second advantage, which is a big gap in Ma7da standards, although it can soon be overturned over Lucas Batt in second place. You've got sort of three quartets of cars. Actually, Martin Shelton now starting to fall away from that lead trio. It's Ben Dade up the inside of David Bowen that time. Craig Land has got a place back, and now Lucas Batt was challenging on Ben Powney.
Waved his fist in
he's got an issue.
He's broken.
So it's West up to second, Shelton to third. It looks like Batt out of the race then. And that will promote everyone else up one position. So he coasts into the pit lane entrance. That's Lucas Batt out of the race. He's unhappy with that, to say the least.
Thumped the steering wheel in his angst.
Yeah, unsurprising. Powney continues to lead. The gap out to 0.8 of a second now. West it is in second place, but he's under pressure from Martin Shelton, who's still looking for his first podium of the season. Might come here because he's in the leading trio as they turn their way through Beckett's for the 6th time in this race. There's Ayrton Rogers doing battle with the number 4 car of David Martin. They're in the sort of third group of cars here that goes from 8th back to 12th, 5 of them in that group. Here's the second group of cars though, which go from 4th to 7th.
Yeah, it looks like Land is sort of making some ground, but he's got a big task ahead of him now, because he's got up to 5th, hasn't he? And that's Bowen who's been shaken off to the back of that quartet. Battle for second as they come across the line. It was Shelton on West, but it's West on the outside, just prevailed. The car with the green nose and the pink and blue car of Shelton.
We've got a driver with his hand in the air. Yes, that's because they've seen a yellow flag. There's a car off into the barriers there, which we'll pick up in a moment. That's down at Beckett's corner. 7 3/4 minutes of the race to go. We'll see if that might bring back a safety car. Yeah, it is. Rick Lanier, we think it is, that has come to grief there. So Craig Land's probably got 1.4 seconds to make up on the first three. I think he's actually done quite a bit of that now. His problem was that Ben Powney was about 0.8 of a second clear of the rest, but look at this. Land has got back with the battle for second place now, so with still nearly half of this race to go, it's not over yet, but he kind of needs Powney to make a mistake, does Craig Land.
Yeah, or a safety car would probably come to his aid to a degree if the timing allowed. But out of the slipstream, that is Land on Shelton, getting the place going into Copse. He wafts a little bit wide on the exit, but nonetheless keeps the place. There's a gap now. He is up into third place now. Yes.
Yeah. And with the fastest lap as well at 106.394. Shelton, his fellow East Midlands, are not letting him get away. Then it's Dade, who's been improving season long. He's there in 5th, really holding his own now. And Daniel Sibbons, number 56, in 6th place. He's been a front runner in the past. I don't think he's done the full season this year though. Shelton fighting back on Craig Land. This is not really what Craig Land needs here. He just needs to try and get his head down to catch the top two.
And Ben Dade's back with him as well. And behind Dade is Daniel Sibbons.
And after Sibbons, there's a bit of a gap back to David Bowen now. He seems to have lost touch with these 4 really that are disputing the position.
Yeah, he might work his way back.
Now he's going to get the fastest lap, and we're going to get a new fastest lap this time around. 106.394. No one's beating that this time around. Fastest on that lap was Martin West, actually, 106.446. He took 4/10 out of Ben Powney, so the gap between those two is down to 4/10 of a second now. So that's not what Ben Powney necessarily needs to see. Martin West getting bigger in his mirrors. Powney's had 5 wins this season. Martin West has now had 4. Craig Land just a couple of wins so far. But he's in 3rd. So you've got the 3 that still mathematically in contention for the championship are the top 3 on the road in the order in which they appear as well. Powney, Land and West.
Yep,
but not quite actually. Powney, West and Land. Here's West though going for the lead. So that changes things a little bit. That puts Powney down to 2nd, but don't forget, 2nd is enough for the championship, even if Craig Land wins. But it does
expose him to Land, who's right behind now, with Ben Dade up ahead of Martin Shelton. and Shelton that pink car, and behind Shelton is the next of the group, which is Simmons, I think, isn't it?
Side by side for the lead again. This is Ben Powney trying to get it back.
He's got it back.
Yeah, not by the timing line, but
no.
It has done by Copse Corner. A fastest lap there for Dade again, a 1:06.224. So he's absolutely flying in this final meeting of the season, although he's now lost the position to Martin Shelton. Craigland is 1.3 seconds behind Ben Powney at the start of this lap. Powney's now got Martin West between himself and Land as well, but Land is getting closer again. We've probably got 5 laps to go, I would think, in this race.
He'll suck his way up in that slipstream to Martin West in the green-nosed car. Martin West again dives out from behind Ben Powney. Ben Powney, I saw, seemed to have the grunt to get back past him. He didn't seem to use much in the way of slipstream. He was certainly pretty rapid off Woodcote. And Ben Powney's done quite a lot of Formula Ford this year as well, and enjoyed it thoroughly. Is in a situation now where he needs to finish in that second place, and what he doesn't want to do is let Craigland to go through and perhaps take the victory.
Well, Powney's retaken the lead back ahead from Martin West, but there's now only 0.6 of a second covering the first 3 cars, because Land is right with Martin West now with 4 laps to go in this race. 1:51 has a penalty for track limits, but that's Thompson, who's right at the back of the field. Don't need to worry too much about him. We're worrying about the first 3 here. Ben Powney, of course, leading. He was saying to Josh earlier on, he's been 4 times in a situation where he's been battling for the championship on the last round of the season, but has always come out on the wrong side of it. A string of second places in low costs and Ma7da 7s, looking for a championship here. Is it going to happen? Land up the inside of West to try and get second place away from West. Powney is blocking the way for Craigland, but Land has got through to P2. Oh, and there's a touch behind between Dade and Shelton it is that spins around, and he's going to have to loop the car around and rejoin. 3 laps to go now for the leaders. They're about to cross the line to complete lap 11. And as they do so, it is 4/10 covering the first 3, and it's side by side now between Powney and Land, and it's Land up the inside to take the lead for the first time in this race. And now it gets interesting. Now it gets very interesting, because Ben Powney needs to finish ahead of Martin West here. My nightmare scenario is that Powney finishes 3rd, because then they're level on points potentially with Craig Land, but he's got the lead back here up the inside. Now Land is out of shape on the exit of the corner, and is that going to cost him a little bit of momentum? Ben Dade is there with them as well now after that contact with Martin Shelton nearly a lap ago, Marcus.
This is absolutely cracking, isn't it? Wow. Powney down the outside. Land has the lead. Powney still has second. West is 3rd. Dade is with them in the white car with the blue and red nose. It's the ex-Solicitor car, I think you said, wasn't it? And behind him in 5th place is Daniel Simmons, having a good run.
Tension rising in the commentary box, if nowhere else out on circuit. Oh, and a big wide moment there. That's for Powney. He's still ahead, but it was all 4 wheels off the circuit there. 9 thousandths ahead was Land over the line, and the 2 championship protagonists are wheel to wheel through Copse Corner. Land on the right-hand side of the circuit. Ben Powney on the left-hand side of the circuit. Dade and West are doing battle as well for 3rd place. Dade looking for another podium here to add to his one at Mallow Park. There's contact with West, and West's got his hand out of the cockpit. Not sure he's too happy about that. It's meant he's lost touch with the 2 leaders. He is still not happy about it. His view has not changed. Down the Wellington Straight towards Brooklands they go. It's the 2 championship protagonists, Land and Powney. Powney deeper into the corner. He needs to finish 2nd if Land takes the victory here to make sure of the championship. 6 points ahead coming into this round. West is back towards them in 2nd place. Dade is there, so too is Daniel Sippens now in 5th place as they're about to start their final lap, Marcus.
Yeah, absolutely cracking racing this is. They go through to complete the 13th lap, and there's again going to be a change as Powney goes to the outside. It's Land over the line first, Powney second, and they remain in that order because Powney does not really want to be exposed to the slipstream down the straight. But in third place is Martin West, who can still have a say in all of this. But Powney has got past on the outside down through Maggots on the 14th and final lap.
Yeah, out of Beckett's they go then, and it's Powney leading. Dade's got
Dade with damaged
tyre
front,
fouling the bodywork there, smoke pouring off it. It's Powney from Land's coming back at him, desperately keen to get back in front. He's got his car ahead. Can he get turned in? Yes, he can. Just about. It's Land leading. It's Powney second. Doesn't need to leave the door open here. Doesn't Ben Powney to Martin West. It's not over yet, this championship fight. Can West get the acceleration on the run through Woodcote corner? I don't think he can. As they come up to the final corner, then it's going to be Craig Land that comes out of the final corner, and he wins it. Powney is second, and he is the champion. Martin West is third. 0.3 of a second covering the first three. Craig Land the winner, third time this season, but Ben Powney has won the championship. It's been 4 times the bridesmaid, finally a champion in low-cost or Mazda 7 racing. The AimShop Mazda 7 champion for 2024 is Ben Powney, with second place to his big rival in the championship, Craig Land.
Well, that was incredible because Craig Land was way down the order. He was in 6th place, 5 or so laps in. And as early as lap 2 he was pushed down to 6th, but he got there to the flag, but it wasn't enough.
It wasn't. 2 points between them in the championship.
And Land got fastest lap in the 5.918.
Yeah, a new lap record for him as well. But 2 points between Ben Powney and Craig Land. Martin West third in that race and third in the championship as well, finishing sort of 20 odd points behind the top two. Land, though, the winner at the end of 14 laps of racing, the AimShop Mazda 7 championship car, 87 victor then from number 37. Ben Powney in second place. 94 Martin West was third. In fourth place, it was 56 Daniel Sibbins. Fifth to number 17, Ben Dade, who was involved in quite a lot of action in that race. Sixth was number 25, David Bowen. Martin Shelton, number 99, was seventh. Mark Crawford, 55, was eighth, ahead of Ayrton Rogers. Ian Wells rounded out the top 10. And again, I'm going to go off by screen rather than what's on your screen there, because 11th was David Martin, 12th was Callum Barnes, 13th Matt Grove, 14th Lewis Ward, 15th Paul Thompson. Those were your only finishers because we lost Rick Lanier, who had that crash at Maggots, and then Tim Penstone Smith and Lucas Batt both retired to the pits during the course of that race. A cracking way to end the Mazda 7 season, that though, Marcus.
That was absolutely fantastic. I've seen a few of these races this year, and they never fail to excite. It's close, it's fast, it looks like it's great fun, and my goodness, they earn their podiums, don't they?
Certainly do. Let's head down to the pit lane and get the reaction with Josh Barrett speaking to our champion and also our race winner, Craig Land.
Down in the pit lane then after one of the most tense championship finals of the year, and you can see Craig Land goes over to congratulate Ben Powney, the new champion in the AimShop Mazda 7 championship. It was a great battle all the way through the season between not just these two but others as well. Martin West now goes over to congratulate Ben as well. And we'll have a word with Craig. Craig, who'd done everything he could have done. He got the new lap record, but the first few laps didn't go to plan.
No, I think we're quite far down in power at the minute, so we had to try and make up from that. Obviously, we at the first had just been eaten up by everyone in a straight line, but no, phenomenal race. I tried to race Ben as hard as I could. I was trying to, if I push on too hard, it hopefully bring him back into the pack. But there's nothing I could do. Yeah. There was absolutely nothing. But I mean, we still got a win last round of the season, and yeah, I'm over the moon.
How competitive of a season it was. I think it's like 2 or 3 points between the two of you.
Yeah, I mean, we came in this season just as a bit of a warm up for next season, for learn the steps, learn how these cars work compared to the low cost, and sort of develop my own skills within the series. But yeah, I mean, if I could rewind and say, look, I'm going to finish second and a few points off the top step, yeah. I would have put bits of one's hand off with that.
It's not a bad warm up, is it?
No, exactly. I mean, it's gone really well for us. We've had some looks, we've had some bad luck as well. So we'll see how next season goes. Hopefully it'll be as close as this one, because that's what we come racing for.
Yeah, the championship this year today is really showing how good it is.
Yeah, definitely. I think especially circuits like this, it shows what the series is capable of. It shows that there's no matter where you are in the grid, there's battles going through. I mean, I dropped to 9th, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
And it shows it doesn't matter where you are, you can still get the momentum up and get through the pack.
We're wondering if we should have a Silverstone Ma7da Championship next year if the race is going to be like that.
I don't know if my stress can handle that one.
Well done, Craig, on the win. Let's see if we can have a word. Ben, 4-time second, you've finally done it. Well done.
Oh God, what a race! What a season! What a experience this is. Yeah, I think the thing I wanted to say, if I did get lucky enough to win this, was if you're not sure about racing, you've got to bloody come because it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, I think
When it goes well, anyway. Yeah.
the racing today has shown this championship is fantastic. When we're speaking to you on Easter Monday, beginning of the year, you thought the championship would be competitive, and it's probably turned out even more than we expected.
Yeah, I didn't really expect me to be like right at the top, to be fair. But is it confirmed? Have you done the maths? Yeah.
Yes.
Good, excellent, perfect. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely over the moon with that. And yeah, we always knew it was going to be close. And I think out of all the years I've done racing, this is probably, you know, on paper, probably the worst grid to go up against. You know, like you think you get Eddie, Craig, Westy, like so many others, Dan Sibbons, Dave Martin, Dave Hitchin. Like they're all capable race winners, and yeah, I can't believe we've done it.
Everything seemed to be going well. You were leading, you had a bit of a gap. Craig was in the pack, and then all of a sudden he caught you.
I just wish we weren't at Silverstone at that point. I thought, you know, I thought all my Christmases had come at once there, and yeah, I think I've got to shout out Westy. If I owed him a big birthday present, I owe him a ginormous one now. He was brilliant. We worked together, and yeah, he kind of helped a little bit, I think, which was nice. So, but yeah, just following Craig round in the end was what we needed to do. So.
Going to be back with number 1 on the side of the car next year?
Yeah, I think well, I don't know, I probably won't run number 1. I think it's, yeah, not for me that, but I like 37. I feel kind of weirdly attached to it now, despite the fact it means nothing. But yeah, we'll probably see.
Well done, Ben. So there's our new champion. Third, Martin West. Martin, you were right in the battle there. Ben said thank you for not fighting as hard as you could have done, maybe.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to be the meat and the sandwich on that one, so I was trying to be a bit of a rear gunner from the mob behind that were beating the living craps out. I think that one there that's got the puncher was. Luckily, I was in the way, hitting to the side of me. I think he'd have gone straight through into the back of Ben if I hadn't have been there. But I was glad to see them two just let them get on with it. Yeah, you know, you sort it out between yourselves. But so I think Ben knew he only had to just sit behind Craig. But to be fair, on the last lap he was still going for it. I'm thinking, last lap Ben, take it. But no, that's the racer in him, and he wanted to win that one as well. But no, hats off to him. You know. Unlucky for Craig, obviously, but Craig's won 2 championships before, so he's just been greedy, isn't he? So to see Ben win his first one, I'm sure he's made up.
And obviously the three of you, you've been battling now for so many years in low cost now in this.
That's it. You know, we can go wheel to wheel with each other. We know where we're at without making any silly moves. And yeah, there was a few spicy laps there, I think, between us all. But yeah, no, it was good having a box seat watching them two go out on the last lap or so. But yeah.
You'll be back for some more next year?
Yeah, I had some other plans, but that's all gone different now. So yeah, I shall probably come back again next year, yeah, all being well.
Well done. Congratulations, carry on over there for our new champion, Ben Powney. But it's not over yet for racing here at Silverstone. Just over our shoulder, the hot hatches are coming up next for the final round of the championship for the PBS Brakes Hot Hatch Championship.